Hey everybody, welcome back to a new Severe Weather Center video. And in today's video, we're going to be going over the existing pattern that we've been experiencing for these past couple of weeks, and eventually a new possible pattern change coming into August and parts of early September. However, starting off, this was the satellite view from about 7:08 a.m. this morning. It was extremely quiet across most parts of the United States. Now we have had some thunderstorms down in parts of Louisiana and the Gulf and back into parts of Oklahoma. However, it has been relatively quiet here, relatively quiet. And the SPC, or Storm Prediction Center for Severe Weather, also supports that idea, as we only have two marginal risks of severe weather, one in Arizona and one back into parts of Colorado and Arizona. Threats today should be relatively low, with some possible gusty winds with the storms that develop for today. But that is really all we've been seeing. In the next really 3 days, we have nothing. The next week, we really do not have anything ahead of us. It is going to be very, very, very quiet here for severe weather. However, if we the temperatures, let's take a look at the temperature plot here and see what the temperatures could look out like. We'll take a look at the temperatures long term. So already we can note that we already have much cooler temperatures across parts of the Midwest, North Central tier, and even some parts of the southern United States, with temperatures in the 70s and 80s, and that's because of the rain showers that we've been having and will continue to have basically throughout the east, throughout really the East Coast and southern tier of the United States. And when we've also had some high pressure begin to set in over the mid and central plains, which is bringing some much cooler temperatures, which is a much needed relief for many parts of the area here. But let's go ahead out long term here. So temperatures will quickly begin to heat back up in parts, and temperatures will begin to heat up. This temperatures will begin to heat back up. And if we could go ahead and continue off here, if we go ahead and continue here, this is Monday, the July 22nd, at around 6 p.m. This is what temperatures could look like. Much cooler in this whole area of the United States, in the Northeast and Ohio Valley. But definitely some more higher temperatures do begin to set in. Pretty isolated, it looks like, across parts of the Midwest back into the southern tier of the United States. We see some areas in the 70s and some areas in the 80s to 90s. So again, it's going to be conditional based for high temperatures. However, the Northeast to Ohio Valley should be much cooler for much of the area. And that pattern will continue out until we will begin to see things change. We will begin to see more storm activity. However, nothing too severe seems to be on the way. But temperatures will eventually, the high temperatures will eventually arrive back in the mid plains and central plains in Oklahoma, Kansas, and Nebraska, up in those portions, and also parts of South Carolina and Georgia will be in those high temperatures. Everywhere else should be a tad cooler than they have been seeing so far. And if we go to the August 1st here, this is where obviously the temperatures heat back up significantly. We can see North and South Dakota over here can be look like they're almost in the hundreds here. Really high temperatures could have a possible heat wave begin to set in from about July 28th to throughout the first week of August here. However, but we will have some storm activity accompanied that strong heat wave here. So that won't be the only thing we will be dealing with starting off with August here, not July, August. So speaking of that, let's head to the simulated radar here. If we go ahead and start off the simulated radar, note that we have a lot of rain showers kind of battering the entire kind of northeast area here, really kind of extending back into the central plains. but it's much more frequent as you head further east. The Central Plains do begin to have some more isolated areas, and this will call for some much cooler temperatures. However, areas that do not see rain will be hotter than other areas. However, it should stay relatively in the same ballpark as most areas. We but we will get breaks in between these rain batches. However, the East Coast heading into the southern tier of the United States will be battered with rain showers, bringing much cooler temperatures to that area. However, extending out to the central part of the United States, temperatures could rise again with there's not much in place and kind of like a barrier almost right here that's kind of shoving all the rain off to the east here and doesn't allow anything to kind of really spin up over back into the Midwest and Central Plains and High Plains. But we will see relief from the rain showers too over into the northeastern region. At around July 26th, we can already note that a lot of the area has been cleared. Not all of the area. This is what some existing rain showers in the southern tier of the United States could still remain possible, which could bring some flooding potentials. However, this is a little bit far out, so I don't think this is exactly what's going to happen. This is just a simulated radar. Then again, but much of the central and really kind of northeast area has no rain and could have some high temperatures return back to the area. However, with that, much needed rain that we need currently will be coming soon, and eventually that rain will clear out even more. That rain will clear out in portions of the southern United States. However, the first week in, I'd say we really start to see that pattern change take shape around Sunday, July 28th, as we already have increasingly more low pressure systems begin to develop coming out of Canada, which could pose a severe weather risk in the coming weeks for the Midwest and Midwestern Ohio Valley, as the storms progress into the first week in August. If we run into August, we'll see these storms kind of clip down. We'll have these like kind of slider systems come from Canada into the Midwest and then eventually barrel into the Northeast, and which could cause some severe weather potential. Some significant severe weather potential. However, it's very early on, but it's very early, but that we do get a big flip, a very big pattern change, really the end of July into early August. Probably that first week in August, we will see a massive pattern change. And I talked about this in my last video. We will see a massive pattern change coming soon in August, which could pose a much more potent severe weather season for August and September. And if we go to the moisture and the rain outlook, if we take a look at this, you can see that for 6 to 10 days, we have much of the southern tier will have some rain, and even parts of the extreme northeast mid-Atlantic region will have a below season for some rain. However, I think most other areas will exceed normal in 8 to 4, and then if we go to 8 to 14 day precip, that more precip chances extend east when that first week in August and those storms from the north and Canada come down and slide into the Midwest and into the Northeast, bringing that severe weather potential in the near future. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and I will see everybody in the next video.